Hello and welcome to day 12 of our Advent journey together. Today, we're diving into a story of a long, unexpected trip, one that shows just how intricately God weaves his plans into the fabric of human history. Let's turn to the book of Luke, chapter 2, verses 1 through 5. It says, "In those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration when Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all went to be registered, each to his own town. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth, to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child." Now, let's just pause and picture this scene for a moment. A decree from the most powerful man in the world, Caesar Augustus, sets the entire Roman Empire in motion. Everyone has to travel to go back to their ancestral hometown to be counted in a census. On the surface, this seems like a purely political, bureaucratic event. It's about taxes, it's about control, it's about the might of Rome. You can imagine the disruption this caused. People had to leave their jobs, their homes, and embark on journeys that were often long and difficult. And right in the middle of this massive empire-wide event, we find a young couple, Joseph and Mary. They're from Nazareth, a small town in Galilee, but Joseph belongs to the house and lineage of King David, so their ancestral home is Bethlehem, the city of David. This means they have to travel. We're talking about a journey of roughly 90 miles, on foot or maybe with a donkey. This wasn't a quick road trip. It would have taken them several days, maybe even a week, navigating rough terrain, facing the elements, and dealing with the uncertainty of travel. And let's not forget the most crucial detail. Mary was pregnant. Not just a little pregnant, but very near the end of her term. Can you imagine the discomfort, the worry, the physical strain of that journey for her? Every step must have been a challenge. And for Joseph, the weight of responsibility must have been immense. He was tasked with protecting his betrothed wife and the unborn Son of God on this mandatory, arduous trip. It would have been so easy for them to feel like pawns in a game played by emperors and governors. They were just two ordinary people caught up in the sweep of history, forced to uproot their lives because of a decree from a distant ruler. They could have been frustrated, scared, or even angry. Why now? Why did this have to happen at the most inconvenient, most vulnerable time possible? But here is where we see the beautiful, sovereign hand of God at work. This decree from Caesar Augustus, this massive logistical headache for the entire Roman world, was the very instrument God used to fulfill a prophecy made hundreds of years earlier. The prophet Micah had declared, "But you, O Bethlehem Ephratah, who are too little to be among the clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel." The Messiah had to be born in Bethlehem, and God, in his infinite wisdom, used a pagan emperor's census to ensure that Joseph and Mary, a carpenter from Nazareth, and his young fiancée were in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. What looked like a random, worldly event was actually a divinely orchestrated move on God's celestial chessboard. This is such a powerful reminder for our own lives. How often do we face circumstances that seem inconvenient, disruptive, or just plain random? A job change, a move, a global event that turns our world upside down. We might feel like we're being tossed about by forces beyond our control. We might question, "God, where are you in this? Why is this happening?" The journey to Bethlehem teaches us that God is always at work, often in ways we can't see. He uses governments, world events, and even the seemingly chaotic decisions of people to accomplish his perfect will. Nothing is a surprise to him. The census wasn't plan B, it was part of the plan all along. He was moving Joseph and Mary step by step, mile by dusty mile, to the very place where prophecy would be fulfilled and salvation would enter the world. So today, as we think about that long journey, let's be encouraged. If you're on a difficult road right now, if you feel like circumstances are pushing you in a direction you didn't choose, remember Joseph and Mary. Trust that the God who guided them is also guiding you. He is weaving your story, with all its unexpected twists and turns, into his grand, beautiful plan. He can use even the most powerful forces in the world to bring about His good purposes for you. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this gives you a fresh perspective on God's incredible sovereignty. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of our Advent journey. See you tomorrow and have a blessed day.